We all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah, but I'm on temporary prescription medication.
Fair enough.
All right.
Now we're on.
So
Now we're on live.
Now we're live, and I think
And antibiotics.
I think we're on all platforms. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to tonight's
You're right,
episode
Andy. I need to make you a GIF.
of Diaries of a Wimpy Graviturgist, the Noctua. So previously, Alton slipped into his room after a conversation with Marlowe, set up the components to a spell that were given to him by Red, a guy that you guys are all, you all have the same familiarity with Red. He put you through what was a test in Diastock just before.
Not Brightbeard.
Oh yeah, not Brightbeard.
Brightbeard don't know shit.
Anyways, Alton explained this. Did you have a name for this, Alton?
I don't yet, so let's keep that open. If anyone created,
We decided the name.
What's
I'm
that?
pretty sure there was a name.
No, that was
I
just
just
one.
we had a name.
No, that was just one room.
Oh, that's right.
All right, Terry, whatever you're doing, you gotta cut it out before I.
What?
Yeah,
What?
dude.
What?
You're flashing, man. It's
Well,
gone
you
now.
left me
You're
more.
flashing green.
Whoa,
Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
Oh, he's back.
you're good. You're good.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I see
Every
it.
time I zoom.
Oh, interesting. Anyways,
A little zoom and a boom boom. Just shaker, rum shaker. Just saying. Come on, get jiggy with it, guys.
Na 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 na.
All right. Fuck. Sorry, technical difficulties. I am just trying to move Marlowe's GIF up so we can still see Terry's dice trap. And we are good. All right. So, Alton, you did your thing with the mansion.
I vote something along the lines of Sanctum Sanctorum, but different. I'll brainstorm on that.
Yeah, awesome. I will accept all applications, but yeah, for the listeners, the new viewers, it is a magnificent mansion.
You went room by room for a bit, and then you found Red's room, which actually all of you were in there. Why don't you all roll me a history check or religion? It's probably the same check for most of you, but
I vote religion for Brightbeard.
25.
Ooh, a 16 for Brightbeard.
okay.
Also 16.
10
Marlo.
for Connell, and a 5 for Dorspira.
Okay. Tushar?
It was a 2.
2. Sweet. I would say Tushar, it's and probably Dorspira, that image that I sent you guys with the mesh of 3 different, three different evil gods kind of combined into one. It's unsettling. Marlowe, Brightbeard, Connell, you're kind of caught in the, like, what are we in, the calamity? Like, the last time betrayer gods worked together was
Yeah, the calamity.
thousands and thousands of years ago. I think it was the calamity, right? It was the calamity.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and then it was the Age of Arcanum was the wizards. Yeah.
Before that.
So yeah. So the calamity. Alton kind of beat through the reading material, so to say, the facade, following the dots. When you were in that room with what's it called, a planetarium? You have that room that's like a planetarium.
Yeah, that's I don't know what we call it, but I'm thinking of it like a planetarium, but then also a sort of micro.
You call it your Astro Lab.
Yeah, ooh.
Astrotorium.
Oh,
Okay, you guys just named it for me.
No, I think the Astrolab is perfect because of the astrolabe.
Wait.
Oh fuck, that's beautiful.
Alton's, and I'll take different words on here. But right now I've got Alton's amazing Astrotorium.
I believe it was masturbatorium,
Masturbatorium.
No,
That's I have a special
Astrotorium.
aka the Muskie Mansion.
The Muskie Mansion. God, I fucking love that. Sorry. All right. Alton, for you, this is too folklory. It's too fiction driven. You know, like too fantasy. You're in a fantasy world, but this tale of Asmodeus and the Shadow Strikers and several other betrayer gods getting together and planting a seed for them to escape the divine gates thousands of years later seems unreal. It doesn't follow the path of history, or at least to the point of believability. You know? So I'm gonna leave you guys. That's kind of all we did last session is, you know, just bounced around. You found some information out about Red, how believable, how true his path was. His intentions were good. The other thing you found is on that map, Stilben was lit up. Vasselheim was lit up in Ank'Harel, along with Zadash, and as you were reading this, Amon was lit up, but it faded away. Alton, before we get back kind of into this chamber where we were, you do see a series of like tables that are folded into the wall. Like you can see like wooden beams. You reach over and pull it down, and it kind of like folds out like one of those Chinese like wind fans. And on it is a glyph of teleportation. There are 6 of them. Stilben, which is in Teldori, Vasselheim and Ilseria, Ank'Harel, which is in Marquette, Zadash, which is in Wildmount, and the other one that you pull down you like as you fold it out, the glyph kind of just washes away. And as you're looking at the map that you have of Exandria, you see that beacon in Amman just fade away as red scripts kind of just start magically reversing themselves. What's your passive insight, Alton?
14.
Alright, I don't think there's a good way to say this. You get the feeling that Red may have been in Naman when he wrote this, and to break this kind of spell would be more along the lines of ending one's life.
So I believe Red may have
Fallen.
expired.
Yes. While writing all of this information out. And it is kind of frantic, intelligent wizard-like, you know? Organized, but not organized. In-depth, but, you know, pieced together.
Seems he was in a rush to finish his research. Perhaps he knew that his end was nearing.
Possibly.
Well, I know it's still early, but I also wanted to show you each to your respective quarters. Shall we? Would anyone like to go first?
Oh, me.
Yes, little one.
Yes.
First, it's important to show you the easiest way to get in. So we'll leave this room back through one or any of the gates, really. That will bring us back into the circular hallway ring. From there, each of you just needs to pass 3 doors on your left, and you will get to your own quarters. But this can be very confusing when we're all going at once, so you must shut the door behind you each time, or else everyone will just go into one person's quarters.
And then I'll lead the way, and
as such, each individual needs to open their own door. Their mere presence is enough. But if I do it, you won't necessarily get to your room, obviously.
Well, then Marla will open the door, right? We're right there. She opens the door. Steps in.
Each place is a interdimensional space. So dimensions within the context of the ring don't necessarily matter.
and that goes for all of you. So go fucking hog wild. If Andy has a problem with it, he'll tell you. But as far as we're concerned, anything in here can't be taken in or out. So fucking, I don't. Right.
This is
This is fantasy playground. So
yeah. This is what Alton would make for you, and I would say
Okay, so
that at this
clarify,
point,
Alton, this is what you would make for us.
I think that's kind of
Yes.
the way.
But
Right?
I
Oh
also
no, it's cool. I want to. No, that's important for me. So I want to make sure.
I think
I also want it to be what you want. So over
Well,
No,
time,
mine would
I
be
thi-
super depressive right now. So I want it to be what you think it would.
yeah, I think Alton knows all of you enough now with the
Yeah.
time that you've been traveling, where you
Oh, yeah.
have your own uh, will to describe exactly what your room looks like.
Yeah.
And if there's anything different than what Alton would think, it would fucking magically change to what you describe. How's that?
love it.
So we'll.
Marlo, please describe your space.
As we walk in, there's one thing you notice immediately, and it is the floor is now dirt. Off in the distance, there is a bunch of lights, but the thing that you immediately notice is there is a giant tree, the biggest tree you can possibly imagine. You can't see the top of it. You can't see the end of it at all. You just see how massive it is. And lights are hanging from the branches that are on this tree, and there are bridges to get up to the branches. And up in the branches, there's spaces like a tree house for where Marlowe sleeps, and hopefully we'll be doing other things. Can I ask a question? Is this mansion, Jeff, you have to cast this for it to be in existence?
Correct.
Okay, so I couldn't technically tree stride to this unless it was...
I don't
Nah.
believe so, but I will say that Andy has already graciously come up with a way that we can teleport from it. But I assume we would be able
So-
to teleport back to it.
So the way
I
it
don't-
works, and I'll roll with this a little bit because I like that. Once Alton activates this door, which is a gift from Red, all of your rooms are up. If you are outside of this and want to use a magical means to get to your room, I'll fly with that. But once Alton leaves this door, it's gone. He has to
That makes sense.
be in this plane that he is opening for you. I'd let you tree stride through there though, because in my mind, Marlowe's room would be as nature as real nature would be.
Okay,
So
awesome.
we can fly with that for those.
I was just curious.
Yeah. I mean, now
Um,
flying out of it, like tree striding out of it, we'll roll a die if you ever try to do that, and we'll add some chance to see what
Yes.
happens. But
Well, then, if that's the case, you'll see a spot that is dedicated for, arrivals, which has a bunch of comforting things. I'm assuming I can come up with creatures. All of Marlowe's favorite creatures, fluffy bunnies, deer, all the cutest ones, are there waiting at the foot of where the teleport, the tree stride, where she'll be coming out, just to make it as comfortable as possible, knowing some of the shit she might get into later. And then there is just like water unreasonably coming from one of the trunks, like a hollowed out trunk from the tree that just falls off into nowhere. And on the edge of that trunk, there's kind of like a platform where Marlowe spends her time. Will be spending her time meditating.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Who's next?
Then I suppose we'll make our way back out, and once we're all back out, anyone can shut the door. But then whoever would like to go next.
You can do door spears quick if you want.
Like this sphere just kind of shifts around until another door is in front of you. Go ahead and
So you-
describe this door spears.
So you'll see as soon as you walk into Door Spears, it is the ground's similar to what Marlowe has, where it's more grassy than dirt. But the first thing you notice is it's definitely a little cool. And there's a light coming through the treetops of this forest. You can hear some animals in the distance. And it has a lot of greens and browns throughout the room. And off to the side, you see this tree trunk, almost in the shape of a moon with a hollowed out center. And that would be the bed.
Can you guys, just for the fun of it, roll me a wisdom save, please?
Pretty good, pretty good. Wisdom save?
Yeah.
A mere 9.
Do we get the bonus from Derspear or no?
Yeah.
22, 23, 24, 25.
25.
What's his spirit? What's his bonus?
I think
This
it's
is a +3.
3.
A 12.
Okay. 12 for Alton. Marlowe?
16 for Mars.
Okay. Connell?
19 for Connell.
Too
and
sharp?
It is a
I think Door Spear would just succumb to this. What's yours, Tushar?
So it was a nat 1, but with all the stuff, it's a 6 technically. But
Okay.
Technically.
I think, Alton, the way Kothis sits in Door Spear's room is a bit protective. It's not the normal position that Kothis should be. Both Alton and Tushar, you feel almost a bit weak when you put yourself in direct view of Dorspira's Kothis. Just a bit. Like upset stomach. Nothing bad. I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm just saying.
Does anyone need some tiki root to chew on?
I want you to think of it as you're in a magical hut, but this is his connection with Kothis, and you two failed. I would say you feel a weakened soul from Kothis. It's dimmer. You kind of succumb, kind of notice it more than the rest.
God, that just feels like a power play from Dorspear. Like anybody who comes into my room, you're gonna feel like shit. I love it.
The big dark
Feels
emo.
outran. Yeah.
He always makes you feel awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
so Tushar would like put his hand on his chest and kind of sigh deep and start walking out of the room slowly.
Right. So there's a few more of us to get to. So right along.
Hi, Alton. I guess I'll go.
I think you'll enjoy this, old friend.
So I go to open the door, and if I may, I'd like to, very similar to how we like went in, It's just a bright light as Nemo walks in ahead of you. As you all enter, you're immediately submerged underwater, and you wash up on the shore of this beach.
I love it.
Ah.
Every time.
Yeah, every time. So Brightbeard, still shirtless, just with like pantaloons on and no shoes on, gets up, looks around. You see a large anchor just on the edge of the beach. That looks very similar to the one that Brightbeard normally carried. And in the distance, you can see like palm trees and some greenery, but it's not a very large island. And right in the middle of this jungled island, secluded desert island, basically, you see this large ship, just like beached on top of the island. Aye, let's go. And you'll see Brightbeard just kind of take his time, hobble over to it, and begin to climb a ladder. As you guys get onto this large pirate ship, it nothing too special. It's a very nice ship, albeit being beached. On the front of the ship is a two swords carved on the front of the ship, like in a crisscross pattern, like one going this way, one going this way. And on top of that, you see, like above that, you see like something holding two swords, and upon that, you see a unicorn head coming off the edge of the ship. Aye. Come this way, lads, and I'll open up what would be the captain's quarters. And you'd see a pretty lavishly decorated captain quarters with a large desk. Large, in the back, so you can see the big window in the back looking off the back of the ship. Lots of red, scarlet reds in the color and the fabric. Brightbeard will walk over to a barrel of ale that never runs empty. You can see a decent sleeping quarters, another room that doesn't really make sense that it's a smaller room, and it's mostly overtaken with a bed, but it gives some privacy from the main chambers. And I will note there's a smaller bedroom off on the other side of the room. As Brightbeard stares at it, he'll walk up to it and open the door. Well, you'll see a small child-sized bed and some like wooden carved toys. And he'll, just as Alton probably remembered it looked from way back when, though this part, I would say, is where the magic took over and created Brightbeard's more recent memory of the ship than what Alton may have remembered. So this might be new to Alton. This would be new to Alton as well. Having that used to be a supply, like a ale room, where we used to store, where Brightbeard used to store excess ale and treasure. Now is a small child's bedroom. And Brightbeard will just take his, after he filled up a cup that was there, and he'll sip on his ale and he'll sit on the little bed. Thank you, Alton.
Of course.
Fond memory that is lost to me. I'll just drink my ale from it.
It will now only be, at most, a mere 24 hours away.
If I have my way, though, we'll be seeing her again. And that's it. It's just but the rest of it is there's a galley, there's a whole kitchen downstairs, there's a whole mess hall like under the boat, like
It's
inside.
a full fucking
Gunpowder
functioning ship
Yeah,
that is
it's a full functioning pirate ship beached on this island.
perfect.
Crow's nest, everything. Black sails.
Is
Love
is it propped up like so that it's level, or is it like on its? Is it shifted at all? Like
It's level. It's level. I imagine for comfort, it's level, like buried into the sand, straight in. Like I would say the tail end of the boat is still in the water.
I like
But
that.
every time you enter that room, you just immediately are submerged underwater and you wash up on shore.
Love it.
To get out is a little more complicated. You just have to go swim out into the ocean.
I thought we'd have to walk the plank.
No, you just swim out into the ocean until you feel until it gets to a point where you're like, where are we going? And then you just the door opens and you tumble.
A little bit of water
Roll out.
splatters.
Water comes out, yeah.
Love it.
And you oddly come out perfectly dry.
Connell or Tushar? Who's next?
Up to you. I can go if you want. All right. So, Connell will put his hand on the door and open it up.
Can I note one thing before you go on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because I forgot that part. There's a large in one of the cabins. There's a large war table with the map of Exandria on it. I'll say the map. It can be whatever map we want it to be.
I like that.
Cool.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Oh, all right. So Connell will open up the door, and as soon as he opens the door, some smoke kind of comes out a little bit, and you just feel a dampness. You walk in, and it's this dark and semi-smoky den. Off to one side, you see a bar full of liquors, ales in the corner. And in another corner of the room, you see a wall filled with different weapons. Rapiers, swords, daggers, all that stuff. And a bunch of training dummies. Off on another wall, you just see a very plain, regular bed with some daggers stuck in the frame. And one thing that is very out of place in this room is a very large, fancy writing desk that seems to have a light going towards it. And there you see Ash sitting on a tome, or a set of tomes on the desk.
Beady yellow eyes with those very thin pupils blinking
I
at
don't
you.
trust birds. They have an aerial advantage.
Just hoots at you.
Brightbird's already got like a glass of brandy. It didn't even see him go near the bar. He's
Just comes to your hand.
that's a neat trick.
And that's it.
Cool. I like the dummies you got over here. That's nice.
Thank you. Welcome to use them.
Cool.
I would have thought you'd had enough dummies by yourself, lad.
You exit Connell's chamber and go back into this.
That's what she said.
Hey-oh! You come upon Tushar's door.
So he anxiously reaches for the handle because he doesn't know what to expect. and opens the door, and you're immediately met by what sounds like a blizzard. Just that.
Brightbeard's nipples get immediately hard.
And so he opens the door, and it's like dusk level light, and you see, if you step in, there's fresh snow. Just up ahead about 10 feet is a campfire that's going. Can't see anything else, just driven snow and a campfire.
My lad, you almost make me feel like I'm back home and a child.
You choose to live in a place like this.
Whoa, you wait. I think Alton did something. He walks up to the campfire, and he just puts his warhammer down next to it, and a path opens up to a stone hunting cabin. Ah, you did it, didn't you? I told you the one story about my father's hunting cabin. And so it's lit with, like a fire in the cabin, candles in the window. I just walk up, and it's just simple wood floors. It's stone from like the field built the cabin. It's got like wood roof. It's got like a stone hearth. It has in the corner a punching bag, a heavy bag from Draconia that's filled with metal sand. It won't break. And just a simple table with sturdy chairs, some furs hanging. Just a classic rustic hunting cabin.
And by furs hanging, to the rest of you, they're like woolly mammoth furs. Like, just the size of them trumps the size of you. Just to get that kind of dragonborn hunter feel. Everything is larger than you. Not like a giant large, but like Connell, if you go to sit on a chair, you're like you kind of hop up on it, and your toes.
Marlo casts spider climb to sit.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like
This reminds me of my younger days, going up in the mountains. This is good. Thank you, Alton.
Me too, lad. I grew up in a place like this, though we like to dig deep underground. Now I am reminded why I fucking left home. Fucking cold in the air. I miss the warmth of the sun.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
Icicles all over like Breadbeard's beard.
Yeah.
It would
just light his sword up with a little fire.
It would seem like Tushar just seems to sparkle more in the cold.
You're shimmering.
Yeah, like
Listening.
like the fresh layer of snow in the morning.
That's fair. Let's make snowman. I run outside after making like a snow dwarf.
Their spear just awkwardly kind of follows and pushes some snow, not quite sure what to do.
And I just throw a snowball in Dark Spirit's face.
He would like
Just
to
a
rage.
An awkwardly large one. He rages and just throws it too hard at Nemo.
Just on my ass.
Awesome.
Sitting here in this hut with a little bit of warmth from the fire, but enough of that chill that I would say probably Marlo, you're the most familiar with the boundaries of Draconia. So it's a weird break from the forest of Latsudan.
Alton, this is
Marlo's
a good.
producing flame to keep herself warm.
Yeah.
An astounding.
Tushar, as soon as like you like step in and you like breathe in the air, you know, and just kind of have that moment amongst yourself, you look around and all of your party are huddled around a series of flames.
Brightbeard looks like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining, just like.
Sorry, guys, it's a bit cold. It's more my temperature.
It's been a lot. It's in my blood, but it's been a long time.
I can't believe you'd actually live here.
Well,
It may be harsh, but it is absolutely resplendent.
we're used to it.
The land breathes ice. Connell, you're really surprised.
I'm not surprised. It's just miserable.
Yes, it is.
Accidentally light a little bit of the cloak on fire. Kind of pat it out.
Roll me a D100, Connell. Let's see if this sticks.
Man, I haven't done one of these ever. Hey, we got a 77.
Okay. Your cloak's fine.
Okay.
All right. Very nice, Tushar. I'm leaving now. Just like head towards the door.
Awesome.
You had
Thank you, Alton.
Yes, Alton.
Thank you.
Thank you for a great many things.
Well, likewise, thank all of you. I certainly couldn't have gotten here alone. And we still have quite a bit further we need to go. And with that, it is still early. There is things we probably should concern ourselves with outside of the mansion for now.
Yes, clothing is a good idea for me.
The exit to this is super easy. You could just walk in that circle at any point, and the outer ring will only have one gate, and then just goes out. And I think, Tim, you kind of summed it up really well. I like the idea that each door, gate, whatever, however you want to think of it, you can't see beyond it until you step through it. So, however, we want that to be, you can't really peer into a room. You have to step into it.
And here we are at the exit. Once I leave, we'll have to say goodbye for 24 hours. But normally we could sleep in it.
Before we go, can we take one last swim in Nemo's room?
All right.
If you'd like. I mean, technically,
I love
let's
it.
sleep in
I
it
love
tonight,
the water.
but we'd have to all be out of it before tomorrow morning.
That's fine. I'll just open the door and kind of. Do I have to go in first, or
You don't have
since
to.
I opened it, is it open?
It's as long as you opened it, I think.
All
But
right,
you
I
guys
will
can
open the
play
door.
around with it. It's, this isn't real. It's all make believe.
Yeah, and so but it has to be a certain way when we. I can't change the way we enter, right? Because it's the same when it's cast.
Until
Have
Alton changes it.
Okay, I open the door, but instead of in the water, I make it you are like 20 feet above the water.
Yes!
You have to jump.
Marlo runs and cannonballs into the door.
Yes.
I right here, already being unclothed, we'll just look at like Connell and Alton and just like back. He goes for a dive, but it just belly flops.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Makes you feel like Redbeard's just like floating in the water towards the island. Now he's like just
You see
Oh
the
my
peg
gosh,
leg just like lift up. At points you don't know if Nemo's like upside down or just floating based on the peg leg.
Just doing every once in a while doing a backstroke and just
My God, the water is so much warmer now that we came from that frigid place.
yeah, lad. It was last. It was
It's
a good idea.
again, Tushar, beautiful, but so frigid.
Just suck it in.
Stay
As
there
you
for a
guys
while.
are floating and looking up, you can see all the constellations. You see Kathas, it's like half moon, just floating up in the air, but off to the right.
It's always that point of day. Can I know? It's always that point of day where the sun's somewhat setting,
Yeah.
and you can still see the moons
Yeah.
and the stars begin to come out, but it's
Well-
still like daylight.
From Ruidus, you see this like vermilion color just emanating off of it. This deep red, almost brown, just glowing. And you know Ruidus doesn't wane or wax. It's just this small circle on the base of the horizon. Most of the time, you don't even notice the color, but right now, you see this deep, beating vermilion color.
I think I wanna go back and read and scratch what I said. I think I'd like the sky in the future to mimic the sky that's like the time of day that is outside.
Sure.
Um, not like next time it's cast. But yeah.
And the weather should be based on your mood.
No, you constantly can hear the sound of a thunderstorm in the distance, though it never comes.
Does it always smell like it's about to rain?
It does.
Bravo. This is by far the best room. I gotta be honest. I love it here.
It's the same island I was washed up on. For quite some time. Despite the fear of death, it was quite enjoyable.
If anything, it's peaceful.
Peace can ruin a mind after a long time, though. Aye, have things to do. We can't float around all day.
Alton, you start hearing a
Is that on our main gate, main door?
Housekeeping?
just a knock coming from
All
down
right.
the hallway towards the main door.
All right. I guess we'll leave. And I'll just start swimming out to the ocean.
Bright beard. One leg swimming like like a dolphin fin. The other one, a wooden board just clapping the water flat and splashing. You know, like a mist when you're driving. You're like, I really don't need the lowest intermittent wiper, but I gotta have it on. And
Yeah.
then the next time it's like, and then it comes back and it does
Yeah.
smoothly, and then you know, just. But you hear this
Right.
knocking, Alton.
Well, I'd have to exit in order to.
You could
actually-
open the door. You don't have to exit.
Duty
If you want to
calls.
stay in here, that's fine.
All right,
Oh, it's a knock on the door of the mansion.
Yeah, it's a knock on the door of the mansion.
remind me next time to install one of those little
slidey windows.
slidey,
Only
peaky
take
door.
care of
Yeah.
them.
Well, let's see who it is, lad. Before
Yeah.
You open the door, and it is
Right here, pulling buck ass naked behind him.
a large furbolg with goggles kind of pushed up with his hair, orange hair just flowing off. Well, hi there, friend. I was waiting to give you this some other time, but wow. You just see Pumat kind of like stick his head past the door with big, like cow eyes, like large, completely open. Whoa!
Please come in. Please, I didn't realize.
Would you-
Make yourself at home.
Was just.
Would you like to go for a swim?
Roll a persuasion check. He's a cow man.
I'm good at those. Then.
Marlo would like
I
to
didn't roll
help
great,
with this
though.
persuasion.
I rolled a 13.
Can I step in? Eh? Do I have your
Of course.
permission?
No, of course, please.
Unless you're a vampire.
Wait, yes.
He locks.
you're a
in-
vampire,
You
you have
You
to
have to
tell
tell us.
Yes, no, it's true. You do. You can't come in unless you tell us you're not a vampire.
That's
He
canon.
puts one of his long legs in, and as you say that, he stops for a second, gives you this completely blank stare, and pauses dramatically.
Show me your teeth. All right, you're good.
Then
Come on
he
in.
steps back.
Get
I
in
just I'll
here.
shake you in the heart.
Get in here, you
There's a vampire.
beautiful Fearbulg.
Who are you guys dealing with if you are worried about the vampires?
You never know. You can't be too careful.
You can see he has,
Vampires, werewolves.
as he steps in, he kind of slings from his back to his chest this long tube that is like a hardened leathered tube that have all of these different glyphs kind of spiraling binded into this tube. And he looks at Alton and he says, well, with Invasion and not going with you guys, I put all the Pumats into work in conjunction, and we have your here, Alton, and he hands you this
Yes.
huge
Oh my.
telescope in the case. Huge.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
It's gonna just-
Is
where
it musky enough in here?
Yeah.
we should,
You see, as Alton's saying, oh my, like Pumat's cheeks are getting like a little pink, like just blush a little bit.
You at least offer the man a drink, Alton.
yes. Would you like a drink? And should we set this up right here immediately? I mean, I realize we can't see anything inside, but
Maybe, Alton, maybe we should do this with the sky. The middle sky.
That would probably work better. But I mean, if you want to set it up, I can show you how to use it.
Yeah, and if you want to off-screen that until we set it up in the sky
Yeah.
for like when it's dark.
Yeah.
And so we're like, Puma will show me how.
Puma
and
just
then-
showed up with this piece of equipment that you
Oh,
paid a lot of gold for, but he knows how to spot magic. So he knocked on your door, wanted to hand it off to you personally. You invite him in, I mean,
We could give him a tour.
he'll sip a
Off-screen,
drink.
but
He'll sip a drink. But
It just
he
keeps
does it.
refilling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're there with the bottle trying to fill up after he sips. It
It
is
just never goes empty.
very, very small sips he takes.
oh, nice. I think we should get going the rest of the day. As fantastical as this, whatever this is,
Well, this is a magnificent mansion
It's a
if I
stout-
have not seen.
it's an astounding sight to behold.
It is phantasmal.
It's beautiful. You know, I remember making mine. It's beautiful. It's called the Invulnerable Vagrant.
What's it like?
You've been there. You've been in my mansion.
Oh, that is your mansion?
How do you think it stays so pristine? It's,
That's very, very clever.
thank you. I like this. You can learn so much from another man's flavor of magic. It's beautiful. Sorry. And you know, you'll see him like kind of do that ballerina spiral, like the twirl of a ballerina, looking up and just admiring everything. And he's just towering over all of you, even you, Tushar. I don't mean to intrude. If I just wanted to deliver this. It's been a
You're
project.
welcome anytime. In fact, I'd make you a room if I didn't know you already have a much better one at your disposal.
I don't want to compare. I admire your taste. It's definitely different than what we normally see in the Empire. It's nice, refreshing, old school. Looks around, kind of like backs up a little bit. Well, have a good day. I gotta go check out Knot 1, 2, and 3.
I will follow Pumat out, assuming we're all leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we probably will all.
As you all exit,
Pull out.
you exit into you all pull out into Alton's closet.
Pull out
and,
of
and you
Alton's closet.
you see Newton is still just maintaining his watch on the stoop, and on the windowsill, still shitting into the room, never out of the room.
What would you guys like to do?
What do you feed that bird? Brightbeard would like to go get dressed. He's gonna go down to his other room and don his clothing and his armor.
Okay.
I would say the only difference when he comes out, the difference you guys see is he's no longer wearing his tricorder hat, and he has one of the helmets that he picked up in the jail, the barracks, under his arm,
All
and
right.
his gigantic fucking grin in his hand.
So as you exit and you guys flutter to your rooms to get prepared for the next part, Tushar, as you go to your room, through the window, this flutter comes in, almost like a parchment-colored butterfly. You put your hand out, and it flutters in. You start unfolding this piece of paper. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to my notes. My notes.
Your news.
Haven't gotten
Your
one of
news?
these in ages.
Nerds. Nerds, I say. Okay. It says, Touche. Voltarum is abandoned. Like Baron. I've never seen the bird folk flee a town like this before. But that is a small portion of concern. As I ventured up the Sirius Mountains, I've encountered several different types of monsters I've never seen before. Maybe hold on, I'm looking for a certain word that you said in this letter. God damn it. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Alright, I'm not finding it. Maybe your intrepid group will venture up there. I have to get back to Diastock. By the way, you owe me 30 gold pieces for this. I'm keeping tabs. P.S. Little heart. Little heart. No signature or anything, but you know who this is from. The rest of you exit Alton's amazing astrolabe. I forget what it was. What it was.
I'm voting for the Alton's astounding What did I say? Fuck, I lost it.
Astrarium.
Astrarium. Alton's astounding astrarium.
The rest, you exit.
Alton's amazing astral.
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 Oh man.
Oh shit! It's so white.
A little bit sandy.
Yeah.
Hey, where are we heading? Where's our heading?
Oh, it's 10:18. So let's say
EP time, guys.
yeah, as you exit out of this and start to formulate your next plans, let's go to break and take 10-15 minutes, and we'll join back up here and see what the next step is.
Yeah, and if you did like and subscribe, you could join us during the break to see what goes on.
God damn,
To see
Mike,
what
you
happens
are
when Alton's.
a stud without a beat missing. You're
It's all
just.
business.
We need to clip
All
that.
business.
We need to clip that. So I
Yeah.
can just
I'll
put
clip
it in
Clip
YouTube,
it.
and I'll just run it. I'll write. I can fucking DJ it and everything.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah, if you guys, but if you did, you could see what happens in
you
Alton's
can see.
astral.
You can see.
You get to see Alton's astral.
You see the whole astral.
Ass-
The whole thing.
Uncensored.
The whole astral.
Uncensored.
Astral. All right, I'm done. I'm
You
sorry.
gotta make it through the crack to the astral.
And we're banned.
Oh
Okay.
shit. No, don't do
Keep it down,
that.
turn your camera.
All right, we'll be
Be back.
back. We'll be back. All right.
I'm gonna pee.
His beached asshole.
She knew that Bruno was there the whole time. You didn't tell anybody.
Spoiler.
Bitch.
Spoiler.
Bitch.
Spoiler.
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck Dolores.
So, as you guys step out of Alton's chamber, is there anything you would like to do? It is probably, I'm going to say, the night sky is setting in now. After venturing through everybody's room.
That's fair.
It's a clear night.
Well, I know I need to set up this new toy again. Here on the balcony.
Aye, lad. But what are our plans for tomorrow?
Right? Yes. Tomorrow I don't care about.
And I just go about setting up, and we have the adjoining balcony with Marlo and Alton's room. I'm assuming you guys are all still hanging out in Alton's.
I'm just hanging out in Alton's room.
Yeah.
I am just gonna sit in the corner and pull out a book.
You see Alton start
Yes,
setting
help
up this elaborate tripod. And as he sets that all up and tightens all these like tiny bolts down with this like metal gadget that wraps around the bolts, and he like cranks them down. Then he gets to this leather case that's wrapped like a spiral that he got from Puma. And he pops the top and he just pulls out this beautiful like bronzed to gold telescope. He slides the top down and he puts this telescope is 3.5, 4 feet long. Just slides it in, puts his hand underneath the center, tightens it down to the U hook, and you can see 4 chambers that as he's doing it just is going they're like ever focusing, and you can see on the outside like of the top of the magnifying glass these small white stones just in like what's the word I'm looking for? Like placed, embezzled, like drilled or set these
Bedazzled.
yeah, but it actually looks very bedazzled. It's like this copper bronze tubing
Oh,
with these
I feel so stupid.
with these white like crystal like stones wrapped around. Connell, I'd say with your newfound toys, these are arcane runes with that are made with white stone with residuum.
Okay.
I look at Tushar and I hold up my ring and like, from now on, when I'm in your room, I won't be taking this off. I put my ring of warmth back on.
Connell's doing some math in his head quick, just how much all those runes would be worth of the residuum.
Make an investigation check.
That's a good idea, Brightbeard. It's a bit nippy.
Oh man, that's really good. 25.
25. I mean, if you could get every particle, probably 800 gold pieces, maybe 9, 8 at least. But Alton, as you set this up and kind of look through the eyepiece, you know, like you grab it as you look through, and where your hand like naturally grabs it, you can feel 5 buttons. And like your pinky hits, and one of the mirrors go, and you hit it again, and goes, and you hit it again, and starts to focus a little bit. You go to your ring finger, and you hit it, and it's the people outside, not like everybody, but Alton sees this like arcane magical arm kind of just keep sliding different lenses in, like rotating on one axle on the bottom side of the telescope, just kind of like Alton, go ahead and make me a perception check as you like look into this.
That's a natural 20 for 24.
Oh my god. You see Alton start manipulating the mirrors and lenses on this like the best bard you've ever seen at a bar manipulate a lute. It's like beautiful music. And it's like and all of these lenses keep swapping in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, until Alton, you gasp for air as you find the right focus and you point it at Ruidus, and you see the vermilion brown circle that you called moon. You called a moon, and you hit your ring finger. You're on the trigger, and a lens switches out, focuses in. What you see is not a moon. What you see is a platform with thousands of creatures operating several discs, reflecting the light. Yeah, hit your thumb trigger and the lens goes like zooms in 100%. And you can see these 4-armed, 4-legged, alien-esque creatures gathering things and moving them. And this platform that they're working on is like a tri-blade that has 3 different levels to it and is always shifting. Roll me another perception check. Or Arcana. Actually, roll me an Arcana check.
19.
19? Okay. You guys see him like frantically, like playing a saxophone. You know, hitting these buttons and watching these lenses like trying to find the right configuration. Let me just grab something real quick. what you see is when these 3 layers of this, like, I want you to think of it like a 3-way throwing star. Like a 3-pointed throwing star. But it has 3 layers that are shifting. Definitely mechanical. Not something that you would find in nature or anything. It seems that Rudis is not a moon. It's a hub. And you can see these alien-like creatures with this amazing magnifying large telescope. You know, this extremely high def magnifying glass that like as you're scanning Ruidus, none of it is natural like Kathos. None of it has craters like Kathos. It doesn't even maneuver even remotely close to the way Kathos does. It doesn't wax and wane like Kathos does. What is up? And you like fine tune just a little bit more. And by this point, you're at like the max zoom of this telescope. And you can see this huge creature with this bar that like kind of wraps around its chest or across its chest like it's holding a staff out like this. And it has 2 implements off each end. And the arms just kind of whip over and hit one of these. I want to say it for like the closest thing that you guys will get to a visual is almost like a shoal, like a large crab, but it has 4 arms and 6 legs. It's got pinchers that wrap around and they're like working, and you can see this large creature with these weights like whipping them like slaves. And then underneath this, like as you start to zoom in, it has arms underneath. These are the arm that's holding that staff. That the hands are moving almost like a serpent mouth, you know, like trancy. And it's got 4 legs. Just, what languages do you know, Alton?
Common, Draconic, Goblin, Marquesian, and Zemnian.
So, you can't make anything out, like from reading its lips. But it looks like an army is gathering, harvesting almost Ruidus. I need you to make me. Odds, wisdom, evens, intelligence. Because this save can go either way, and I've been fucking fluttering on it. So I'm gonna roll. You want to roll? You want me to roll?
I want you to roll.
All right, I'm rolling d6. Odds are. What did I say? I know Connell's painted. Wisdom. Odds are wisdom. Evens are intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, intelligence saving throw.
You.
My wisdom's good too, but this is twice as good. 21.
21. It's like you're peering in and kind of you can see all of you can see Alton like maneuvering this telescope in millimeter increments, just slightly, like as these lenses are and then you hear ah! Ah! As Alton starts screaming, and you can see his skin starting to form like a mold around the outlet of like the eyepiece of this telescope. Ah! It is burning. Alton, you take 21 points of psychic damage.
Real quick, would you have had the plus
Down.
3 on the saving throw from Dorspira?
Dorspira's not here.
I can't imagine it.
Okay.
I can't imagine it would have helped.
I don't think it
I-
does
I-
intelligence.
I was a 21 and I still got burned.
Yeah.
So like that was probably half the damage.
At this point, you like pull Alton, you pull off. And as you like correct yourself, you see this like burnt brand around Alton's what's your dominant eye? Your right or your left?
Yeah, we'll say right.
Out of his right eye.
Right.
All right, and as he like rubs it, like
I will run to Alton.
as he looks up at you guys after removing this, his eye is like a bone colored white, and he has this slanted pupil, like almost like a cat's
The
eye.
cat's eye?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll run up to Alton if he's screaming from pain. And if I see that brand, I will pump a 5th level cure wounds into him.
Okay.
Put my hand over his eye. Wrong button.
I'm moving the telescope so no one looks into it.
Jesus,
Ignore
Alton,
this.
what the hell did you see?
It's no moon.
25.
It's not even a moon.
25.
25 healing.
So
Back up to
so he heals you full, and the burn around your eye immediately starts to like scar. Okay?
Mhm.
But your actual eye remains this milky bone colored with a cat pupil.
Alton, what do you mean it's not a moon, Alton? You're talking crazy.
It's not a moon. It's fake. Someone constructed it. It's a construct. It's not even a moon. It's a giant construct.
Alton, you're talking crazy, lad. What do you mean it's not a moon? Of course it's a moon. Look at it.
No,
Construct.
you look at it. Just don't look at it. Yeah, just They saw me. I think they saw me somehow.
I don't.
What's going
I
on
don't
with your
understand.
eye? What?
What do you mean they?
Alton's gonna go ahead and describe, as best he can, everything he saw.
And like, short of describing, like, it's not the Death Star,
Damn it.
but it is it's a bio fuck. I should have Googled these words because I knew this was gonna
Bio?
happen. Yeah. It's a living
Like
thing.
biological?
Yeah,
The biological construct.
alien.
Yeah. The
UFO.
biological.
So moon is egg.
It's a living entity of sorts.
Exactly. It's something about it is similar
Like
to.
it was breathing and moving. Fuck.
That is
Fuck.
fucking crazy awesome.
Fuck. No, it's not awesome. We have literal gods to the moon.
And you see at this point, as you're sitting out on the deck, and you like take Alton away from the telescope for a second, you see a couple stars that you've all noticed the constellations kind of shifting around Cothis in the past several months, protecting. It's been a bit abnormal, and you see two stars shoot off towards Rudis, and like two flashes of light, and they explode off. Two of them go out of your like sight. They don't enter the atmosphere at all, and one of them starts burning and flying across the night sky and into the distant horizon.
I grab Alton. I go, I changed my mind. I don't want to find them. And I look at Connell. If this thing can kill a god, what chance do the rest of us have, boy?
Well, we stab him with the pointy end and see where we go from there. Gods can bleed.
It's no god, but it's no moon either. Alton, if what you say is true, what do we do? What can we do? Can he be a simple pirate?
I don't have a plan for this yet, but I know that our current path is still very much the same. I promised you I would find the fallen star.
Alton, I don't want to find it.
Once
Not after what you told me.
But once I knew it was no star, I thought it was a fragment of Ruidus. And now I suspect it may be something else. But we still do need to seek it out.
Anything
You're
more
not
so.
wrong. Not wrong. You're right. I get it. Oh, we have bit off more than we can chew, lads. This is fucked.
Absolutely nuts and crazy. And like what has happened today is oh my
I feel
God.
like this is the wrong time to say this. But I made you lads snacks, and I'll hand each of you. I made one of my 10 pet point treats.
I'm gonna say
I'll give one to Tushar, Connell, Marlowe, and Alton.
if you weren't paying attention to the night sky, you probably wouldn't have noticed. It's that faint,
Mhm.
but because you're tuned in, you guys all see like
Wait,
Oh, Lord.
meteors going opposite directions.
Did it seem like one landed close,
Close? No.
or was it just like horizon?
Horizon.
Yeah.
Towards the coast, and by coast I mean like menagerie, but north. Actually, I think if Dorspira was here, he would gasp at the Pallet Grove. You know, like up
Greybeard's
that
gonna
way.
get down on one knee.
Only he wasn't in the toilet.
Greybeard's gonna get down on on both his knees and begin to pray to Corbin, the Storm Lord. But not just the Storm Lord. He's gonna pray to Melora and specifically the Moonweaver, and just like kind of like any god that will listen to him. Pretty much, he is down and praying about like what does he do? Where's the path?
Give me a religion
You-
roll.
You can pray to
Sure.
Morlora, but I promise you the answer that she will give you is inside of you this whole time.
Gross. 20... 22. Sorry. 22.
22. As
I'm praying in a mix of dwarvish and primordial.
yeah. So as this is happening, Brightbeard drops to one knee, just pushes his hand down, and this roar of thunder just rips across the land. That all of Zadash and what you can only imagine is all of Marrow Valley. Just this loud fucking roar, and then you all start getting pelted by rain.
Brightbeard will stand back up. Well, lads, it looks like we're fighting the moon.
Are we still calling it a moon?
I don't know what else to fucking call it. We're fighting the moon.
I do think it's probably wise if we continue to call it a moon. We don't want to risk frightening anyone else until.
I mean,
we
that's
can-
gonna frighten some people. This.
Alton, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, hold on, wait, I have something. I'll pull out an eye patch.
Oh, I haven't worn one of these in years.
It helps to accumulate to the darkness too, but
I suppose I'll put it on, but I will flip it up if it's.
I can still see out of this eye, right?
Yeah, actually,
Good. All
actually.
right, so I'm only gonna flip
I'm
it
gonna-
down when I'm
I'll
in the company of other people.
I will. You know what? After this session, I'll send you what abilities you gain from that.
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Andy. I felt like a crack of thunder was enough information.
No. What I would like you guys to know is, as soon as Nemo drops down, and you hear this rip of thunder, and you start getting pelted with rain, immediately it's like anger, right? Like the rain that hits you, you're like, what the fuck kind of rain is this shit? You know? Yeah, I mean, we've all been there.
Oh yeah.
And then within 60 seconds, it's gone. Almost timid. Like a burst of anger, and then a second of realization. And the rain goes down to like a light to a mist, and then all of a sudden the clouds fade away, and you can see Kathis much dimmer, and then a deep red vermilion glow coming from, well, at this point in time, actually, let's see here. Hold on one second. Let's go to calendar, because we started in fall, and the menagerie. It's been about. All right.
Been about 1 week.
Now we're gonna say you're in the month of Sidenstar, which is summer. All right, that's about 7 months, which makes sense. You guys have been traveling for about 7 months, so like it washes away to this mist. Your connection to the gods, like, it's still there, Nemo, but there's distortion.
And I can feel that.
Yeah, I think you would gather that, like, your insight, like crashing down, instant thunderstorm, fizzling out within a minute. That's odd. Dorspira would feel his weight that he carries with the Moonweaver, like, drained a bit.
I have something I'd like to do, but I don't want to take up if anybody has something to say to do. Frank, you're just gonna look at you and like, I need a moment, and he'll head to his room. He'll take off his armor, so he's still bare-chested again, and he'll look down at his arm. Against his better judgment, and he'll put his hand on that mark of Asmodeus. If you're willing to cut a deal, we're gonna need every bit of power we can get to fucking fight the moon. That's it. I can't hear you.
You hear something that I can't do vocally. I need to get like one of those vocoders.
Those voice changers?
Yeah. Because it is a deep cackle.
Get the Logitech G Hub app.
I have that.
I was gonna say
you can change it. You can do a voice changer on it.
Oh, really? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna look into that, because for end like this tier, it would be so handy. But you hear a dark cackle. Oh, you want help now? But I believe you still have something of mine. Oh, I should kill you now. No, I should kill you. I should kill you now. It shoots out. Give it back. I will contemplate an arrangement. Yes, I like it. Give it back.
DM question, remind me what we took for him.
You have one of his. You have a shard. You have one of his shards that is keeping the Twilight Phoenix captured over by. Yeah, you guys. You found it at. Fuck.
So-
Where'd you
so-
find it?
I don't
Hold
know.
on.
So the only response I want to give him to that is, basically I'm trying to figure out how to word it, but you give me the power I need to defeat this foe, and I'll be giving it back to you.
That won't work for him.
Don't ask this. Say what? That's fine.
What the fuck
You
was
can
it?
have me. You can have me soul. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck. What was that building that you guys fucking?
Yeah. The Treskins, or no? It was we went in and went through the Hell Gate.
It was in Diastock.
Oh no, the
The bank.
The
the
bank.
bank place. Yeah.
The bank.
Bank.
The bank.
Yeah.
You got
Took it from.
you got the
I'm
rod.
guessing Alton has that.
Well, I think it's been in the bag of holding, which is why
Yeah.
I haven't been
I'm sure
able.
it is.
I haven't been able to find it on my end because it's been
Yeah.
you guys had it tucked in the bag of holding, but it is it is a rod of fuck. I have it somewhere. Reveal. All right.
But I know what. But the point is, then I know what he's talking about. Correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you
Then
guys.
I will walk in.
I have two things.
I
I have Rod of Retribution and Rod dash Special, all caps.
That's
I think
it.
that's the one. I will go to Alton and pull him aside and say, Alton, I need that rod we found.
I retrieve it from the bag and give it to him, of course. It
Thank you.
appears to be one half of something.
It is.
Would I see this going on?
Yeah. You guys. I mean,
And another side question: would we feel anything on our tattoos if we got them? The brands.
wait. If you pull that rod out of the bag, all of
It was
your
Cameron Holdings.
yeah, Cameron Holdings.
There you go.
That's it.
There you
Bam.
go.
You
Fuck
get
yeah.
you get a D20 inspiration until you use it. I don't fucking care
Wow.
what you do, but you get one when you use it because that's boss. And I love that shit.
Oh, it's the Cameron Holdings inspiration.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my college band.
If you pull it out of the bag of holding, like as soon as you like remove it, all of you feel the burn in your brand.
Fine.
Like a fire is started on your skin.
Oh,
Rip
Nemo.
it tightly.
What?
Hey, what?
Why are we pulling that out?
Mind your business, boy. And I'll just keep heading to my room.
I'm gonna
This
stop
se-
him. I'll misty
Yeah.
step in front of him.
I'm doing what needs to be done, lad.
What does that mean?
It means we need all the help we can get.
Sped around. Roll me a Constitution save. Everybody.
Everyone?
Sure, baby, sure.
Ethan
This is-
or Spear is still in the toilet, so
19.
Okay.
oh, man.
8.
Oh, yeah, 19.
Big 8.
15.
15 for Marlowe. 8 for Alton. What
8
Nemo?
for Connell.
19.
19. 8 for Connell. Tushar.
I don't have a brand.
Oh, you don't have a brand.
That's right, he didn't. That's right, he
Yeah.
didn't.
Okay, that is 9, 13. Connell, 13 points of fire damage.
Question: I had one mark of him extra. Does that do anything or no?
Ooh. Oh.
I had one special mark. I
He's got a
remember getting.
tramp stamp.
Yeah, I got a tramp stamp.
6,
No one can see.
6, 12. 23 points of fire
It's a
damage
shamrock.
to you, Connell.
If
Marlo, 13 points of fire damage. And not like flame. This is like burning of skin. Pain. Alton, 13.
I'd be down. I'd be down if it weren't for that heal.
Tushar, you see everybody in the group. Nemo, you take half, so 6. Everybody like wince on their forearm, like at once as this is pulled out, like, you know, like one of those moments.
I'm motivated right now, and I love me. Tim loves me some inter-party PvP. I'm gonna put my hand to Connell's face as he kneels down in front of me, and I'm gonna cast banishment on him.
Okay.
All right.
So I need a charisma save.
Okay.
Do you have advantage on charisma saves, Connell?
I have advantage against being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep. That's
Alright.
it.
That's neither of those things.
Yep.
Yeah. That would be a 10.
So
My
hold
DC
on.
is 16.
All right. So as Alton pulls this broken rod out of the bag of holding, Nemo grabs it swiftly. As soon as he grabs it, the most of the party winces, is in pain. Connell like goes to lunge and try to grab it from him. Nemo puts his hand in Connell's face, and you all see Connell. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna pick up next session in your house in Zadash, as Connell has been fucking wiped from this realm
He's
as
just
far
in the
as you
ocean.
know. In the ocean.
Primordial Sea?
He's in.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a tiny plane of just the sea.
Okay.
You're just swimming in the sea.
Lost Boys Island.
No land anywhere. It's just an ocean.
And yeah, so that's tonight's session. I mean, hey, you guys finally know what
Look.
what's up.
Insane.
Why do you think Brightbeard's acting so fucking crazy?
It makes kind of sense because you're
It's been an emotional day for
Oh
An
yeah.
emotional
Oh
roller
yeah.
coaster.
very emotional day for Nemo. So understandably,
Also, Nemo kneeled down and prayed to the gods and felt weakness.
but we will be back next Tuesday with Center Shadows. This weekend is Chaos Chronicles, where we wrap up our well, I don't know if we'll wrap up, but hopefully we'll get the group out of the city for the first time in a year and a half, which will be interesting. And then next Tuesday we have Son of Shadows, as they are approaching a major milestone in their hunt
Oh god.
for the people that are hunting them.
That shit's gonna go so sideways so fast.
It probably will. You and Noah are in the campaign.
It's gonna go sideways so fast.
But I think, I mean,
But you did forget the best way to keep up with us is to like and subscribe because you do get notifications when it goes online.
yep. I mean,
You
listen,
can see Alton's.
I do it. I do it, and I don't even have to. Like, I got you guys on 3 fucking screens, literally 3 screens. So
It's too many screens.
it is so many, but I'd like to keep updated with what's happening in Wayward
Good call.
One's world.
Yeah.
It excites me.
Sure.
So
A little too much sometimes.
well, hey now. I'm supposed to be the excitable one. Anyways, I think that's it. So tune in tune in Saturday.
Oh, music by Arcane Anthems.
Arcane Anthems.
Find his shit. Find
Slam
his
it.
shit in places.
It's
where
fucking
you find
awesome.
shit.
Use it for your streams. Like him.
Yeah, man. Use it for your
Subscribe.
games. I had a game on Sunday while I was home, and it's still super good.
Bam. All right. I'm